Hey everybody, it's time for another episode of Hey Assholes! Because calling out knob socks is like Chinese food and punching people in the face because they were checking out your girlfriend. It never goes out of style. Anyway, the first 3 episodes largely dealt with asshole behaviors on the internet, and for the most part were specific to YouTube. But this time, I'm dealing with a pandemic of tarred sauce reduction, a rich, steaming load of smegma-sucking numbskullery that permeates not only YouTube, not only the internet as a whole, but life itself. That's right, this time I'm calling out IRL stupidity, though this strain of stupidity is exceptionally virulent and has infected the internet as well. So away we go. Hey assholes! Stop trying too hard to be cool and impress every single person you meet with the size of your metaphoric wang. This casts a broad net. You can catch many little tiny asshole behaviors and nurture them into full-grown annoyances, but there's one specifically that I wish to call out. You see, people are, generally speaking, extremely insecure. Although every single human being is unique and thus has their own sets of likes, dislikes, opinions, and personality traits, everybody wants to feel like they belong to a group because we're social animals. So what better way is there to fit into a group than mutual appreciation of common subjects? Well, along the way, somebody decided that that wasn't good enough to like the same thing as your peers, so you must hate the same things as well. Going back to insecurity, it seems to me that a lot of people are already very insecure about the things that they like, to the point where people are already ashamed of liking things that they perceive others will judge them for. Personally, I don't give a shit if you like something I don't like. And yes, that even counts for professional wrestling. If you cocktorches haven't figured out that it was a joke by now, you never will, and you're hopeless. A lot of times, I'm talking to someone, and they feel the need to qualify their likes, or just don't want to tell me something because they fear judgment. That's bad enough, but it seems when a person really, really wants you to be in their social group, or really, really wants to be in your social group, they find it necessary to list the things that they hate instead. And I don't mean just saying a few things that they hate, but rather feigning a hatred that no sane person could possibly harbor for shit that doesn't matter. I've met people, both on the internet and in real life, who within 5 minutes of meeting them, they felt the need to tell me of their deep-seated hatred for something that has no effect on them and never will. Whether it's Justin Bieber or Pokemon or one of the 3 major consoles, the Wii, the Xbox 360, or PlayStation 3, really pick one. Fake tits, Bono, James Cameron, Penny Arcade, or whatever teeny bopper fashion or fad is going on at that particular moment. Guys, no one cares if you like any of these things, and we care even less if you hate them. That's right. My level of giving a shit about whether or not you like something is 0, and my level of giving a shit is less than 0 about you hating it. I give so little of a shit, I went and took a shit. All kidding aside, the reason this comes off as being hugely annoying is because it's so obviously pandering to their preconceived notions of who the other person is. Let's take Justin Bieber, for example, since I had already talked about him in a previous episode, and he seems to be a popular subject for this week's material. I don't believe for a second that any sane person really harbors a deep emotional grudge against some Canadian pop star that will likely be completely irrelevant in less than 5 years. Maybe I'm naive, but I refuse to believe that people really have the time or inclination to hate a person that they never met. And if they do, they're likely insane. It's so obvious when a person brings up how much they hate Justin Bieber, or whatever really, within 5 minutes of conversation upon first meeting, that they're desperately trying to connect with you over mutual disdain. They're trying to bond with you over hating the same things rather than trying to bond with you about liking the same things. It just puts so much emphasis on negativity that it seems like I get asked less and less often what I like, and more often what I don't like. And really, other than communism and daylight savings time, there's not really much that I feel deserves actual hatred. It also winds up being a double-edged sword because it's not always a person trying to impress you or draw you into their circle, but at other times it's a test. If you don't hate what they hate, you've failed the test. You'll probably get called a fag or whatever, and you've been rejected from their social graces based simply on the fact that you can't muster enough negative energy against shit that doesn't matter. And to be honest, it is quite possible to bond with and be close friends with people who disagree with you on things. It's what makes life interesting. If everyone agreed on everything, we'd have almost nothing to talk about. I have friends that have differing opinions on everything from trivial shit like music and pop culture to important things like political affiliations and religion. I have friends that like things that I dislike, and I have friends that dislike things that I like quite a lot. Sometimes we rib on each other for it, but it's all in good fun because we don't take it seriously. It's the people who keep tallies of everything that their friends like or dislike and take all this shit seriously that just need to smoke a joint and chill the fuck out. Because seriously, nobody gives a shit.